If you've been around this channel for a while, I hope that you've realized by now that we do things very differently to how you'll find it elsewhere. For us, it's important to be as genuine as you can about trading, to be honest about both the pros and the cons, and to also be open about everything. Because this is something that's really important regardless of what you're learning. You could be learning about psychology, business, science of some sort. And it's important that you know the person that you're learning from, the person that's talking about these subjects, is not only a credible source, but you can also trust that what they're saying is right and that they've got your best interests at heart. But we all know that that's not the case for trading in most cases, most people teaching online. We know that the people like to cover up the fact that they're not a profitable trader, that they actually don't know that much about trading or don't have that much experience by showing a flashy lifestyle or showing you 5% of the information and hoping that you'll build the story to fill the 95% that they're not revealing to you. So they might show you a profitable trade and hope that you assume that they're a profitable trader because of that. But that's not always the case. It's just a lot of people teaching are not able to actually fulfill what they're promising to people and actually produce the results. So since we like to be transparent, we took a big step earlier this year and did what a lot of people request from a lot of people teaching online, and that is to open a public trading account. So we opened a MyFXbook account earlier in the year, I think it was just before the summer. We sent an email out to our inner circle mailing list and we asked everyone to send us a figure for the amount of money that they would like to see deposited into the account. So we didn't just want to put X amount of money, we wanted it to be something that's relatable for people. So if you only have a little bit of money, you can see what's possible. If you have a lot of money, you can see what's possible. At the end of the day, it's the percentage return that matters. We all know that, but it's different for someone looking at an account that's maybe £20,000 growing from there to £1,000 growing from there if you've only got £1,000 in your account. So the amount it ended up being was 3,000 and we deposited that in the MyFXbook account. After some fees were taken off, it ended up being 2,988, and I did a video right at the start before any trades were open or anything like that. Now it's the moment that you've all been waiting for, I'm sure, and we're going to be closing the MyFXbook account. It's been public the whole time, so you can see all of the progress that was being made. Unfortunately, the data was not correct, as I've spoken about a few times, but I'll show you that in a second when I go through the actual account and record my screen showing you that. But then what I want to do is actually withdraw the money from the account, and you can see that tracked in MyFXbook. So you can see that there was one deposit and there was one withdrawal. So you can see what the progress was during that time, and there's nothing being hidden here. It's all open and transparent. And if you watch that and stay till the end, there's a little competition for you to have the chance to win £1,000 in cash on Christmas Eve next year. So stay tuned for that. So here is the MyFXbook account that we've had public all of this time that's been linked to our trading account, and you can see down here the deposit is 2,988 francs and the current balance is 5,027 francs. Now unfortunately MyFXbook has a known issue with MT5, MetaTrader 5, and linking with that account, and unfortunately that means that there's some incorrect data here. So already you can see that the difference between the deposit and the balance is not the 1,594 francs profit that they're stating there. It's obviously a lot more than that, and that obviously affects the gain as well. So the gain should be about 68%, but it's not. We've also got some drawdowns not showing over here and a random drawdown that was not on the account over there. Now this one, if anyone was following this live, you would have noticed that this one appeared, it's showing for July, that appeared sometime in October. It suddenly like backdated it and put it in there around the time that we were complaining to MyFXbook that it needs to sort out the account. So unfortunately this data is not 100% correct, but I have linked another account using the same account. So on a separate MyFXbook account, I linked the same trading account, and you can see here the 2,988 francs deposit, the current balance exactly the same. So if I switch back to that one, you can see balance the same, deposits the same. But this time they've got the data correct, so you can see the 68.24% gain that we've made since June with, I think it's 5 trading months there. You can see that there were 46 trades open. In this one they were showing as 38. I don't know why it's that way. And also on this other one where it's got the lower percentage, it's showing 343 francs interest. But if I show you the actual trading account itself, you can see deposit 2,988. You can see balance now 5,027. The swap, which what they're saying is the interest or the fees, is 159, which obviously corresponds with this account. So you can see the same deposits, the same balance, so it's clearly the same account, but it's just the data's not correct, and the actual drawdown was 4.28% on the account. The gain was 68.24%. You can see that in terms of the stats down here, these are the correct stats. 46 trades open. I think it's 72% of trades were profitable, 28% were losing trades. The biggest trade in terms of profit in currency terms is 555 francs. The worst trade was 100 francs loss. And average win and average loss are pretty much similar there. But the best trade was 71 pips and the worst trade was 38 pips. Now, these are also a bit strange because with best trade of 5, if you added more positions to, like if you're scaling into a position, it seems to take sort of the last entry. So I think that the actual best trade was probably over 100 pips, but that's fine. I'm willing to take this data how it is now. So here is the account, and you can see I've hidden some of the numbers from the account number here and here, but that's just because I don't think that should be something we give out publicly. And you can see we deposited 3,000 francs. After fees, it was 2,988.27. So you can see the date that we did that, and there were no other transactions during this time, nothing at all on the account. And now what I'm going to do is take the 5027.47 and put it into the vault. So let's send the request. And it should take a couple of seconds, and then it appears in the account, and it should be another transaction as a withdrawal. Okay, so now you can see there are 3 transactions. There's one where we showed them that the bank wire was coming in. There's the transfer into the account of 2988.27, and then there's the 5,027 francs. So what we're going to do is set up a new account in MT4 this time with 5,000 francs to start with, and that's what we're going to be doing this year. We're going to be able to collect the data properly. There won't be any discrepancies like we've seen here. But basically in those 5 months of trading, we've had 68.24%. So as you can see, despite the little data discrepancies, there's been good progress being made of about 68% return. And this is not even a full year of trading. Like even during the months that we actually were trading, I think there was only 1 month, November, where we were trading actively on that account. But what we want to do this year now is to open an account using MT4 this time instead of MT5, since we know that there's an issue with MyFXBook connecting with MT5. And we're going to start with a whole year. We're going to start with 5,000 francs and we're going to build it up from there. And you can see everything that happens. There'll be no data discrepancies this time or anything. And so it'll be good for you to follow along. But to make it more interesting for you to follow along when we make this progress, I want to give you the chance to win £1,000 in cash by simply guessing what the return will be this time next year. So on Christmas Eve 2018, what percentage do you think the account will be at in terms of the return? If you think it'll be a negative, fine. I'm sure someone's going to say minus 100, as in we lost the entire account, lose 100% of the account. But guess what you think it is? It's going to be 1 entry per person, and it's very important that you follow the rules properly. So the rules are, in the comment section of this video, you have to comment letting us know what your guess is, what you think the return is going to be. Now, if there are any edited comments, we're not going to accept them. So if you want to change your answer, you have to delete the comment and put it back up again. The entries are going to close on January the 8th. I think it's a Monday. So that's when we're going to start trading on the account. So on January the 8th, the entries close, so it means that you have to have your entry before then, because otherwise you start seeing progress on the account and it makes it easier for people to guess. Now it's important that you put a comment down below so that everyone can see each other's answers, so it's completely transparent. So when it comes to Christmas Eve next year, no one can say, oh, you just picked someone that's in your company because you didn't want to pay the money out or anything like that. We want to make this as transparent as possible. But to make sure that everyone only has 1 entry each, because I understand that there are certain ways to game a system, you have to follow the other rules that will be in the pinned comment down below, just so that you can give us some of your details so that we can make sure that your comment aligns to you and you get the money. So if you're guessing a certain percentage, you want to make sure that someone else is not claiming that if you get it right at the end of the year. So make sure you look at the pinned comment. It'll be the top comment in the comments down below on this video. Read the rules carefully, post your guess, and then it's very important that you watch the update videos because there'll be more competitions at each quarter, except this time there won't be so much time to post your entry. It's more likely to be within a week or within 24 hours or something like that, but there'll be more chances to win more money. So for some of you, this might give you the capital that you need to start trading on a live account. For some of you, it'll be just a nice way to buy extra presents next Christmas, maybe go on holiday or something. But for us, this is just a fun, extra little thing to do. And it also means that people are going to be watching the account. That means that we can't hide away from it or anything like that. We're so confident in what we do here that we want all eyes on the progress of that account. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of those update videos, and make sure once again that you read the rules very carefully in that first pinned comment, because I'd hate for anyone to put a comment down below with their guess and then not actually get the chance to enter because of that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what some of your answers are going to be, or some of your guesses, and I am very much looking forward to this next year of trading, and I am super confident about it as well. So get involved, looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, take care.